Hey everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Guiding You Through Breast Cancer. Today we're going to chat with health coach Renee Locher about top superfoods and how you can incorporate them in your everyday diet. I'm really excited to chat with her to see what ideas she has for us. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and like this video if you're excited. All right, let's go ahead and check in with Renee.
Hi, Cari.
I'm so happy that you could join me today. I'm so excited to hear about your top superfoods and how I can incorporate them in my everyday life.
Yes, I'm so excited. Thank you for having me. Let's see. So, superfood, by definition, is a food that's rich in compounds, such as antioxidants, fiber, fatty acids, and it's considered beneficial to a person's health. So, that means foods that are highly nutritious and have a lot of really great benefits, basically. So, there are so many out there, but I chose a few that I really like and try to incorporate every day for me. So, let's start. The first one I want to talk about is garlic. Garlic is an amazing food. It's very highly nutritious. It's in the allium family. So there are onions, shallots, scallions as well. And specifically garlic, it contains a compound called allicin, and it contains a lot of it. But it's only activated when it's chopped or when it's crushed. And it's best when it's taken raw. So, we don't like the garlic breath, but it's very good for you. You can also take it in allicin drops, and it's just a highly concentrated extract, and you can just take it and it doesn't give you the garlic breath. So it's another option. Yeah, it's really, research has shown that it's an amazing cancer fighting food specifically for breast cancer. It also has the potential to reduce the time that you're sick with cold or the flu. It can reduce blood pressure. It can lower cholesterol, reduce oxidative damage caused by free radicals, which, is definitely a good thing.
Yeah, I love garlic too. I'm glad you mentioned about raw. I actually haven't eaten it raw often. I've heard that it's good for you, but I know any dish that I make, it always makes it taste better when I cook with it, like always.
It really does. It's an amazing addition to almost everything. Well, maybe except for breakfast food, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of that, I like to just chop it up, throw it on a salad, chop it up real fine. So if you don't love the taste, then you won't get too much of it in every bite. But I also love to make like a garlic cashew cream sauce. It's super easy. You soak the cashews and use the water in the cashews and a little bit of garlic, and you can throw some lemon in there and just blend it all up. You can put it on pasta or pretty much a lot of things. So it's really, really yummy. Yeah. So
That is great, and definitely I want the recipe to that too, so I can remember to make that.
yeah, I love super easy things too. So when you can whip it up and just throw it on, it's even better. So let's talk about number two. These are Indian gooseberries. So I don't know if a lot of people have heard about them, but they're also known as amla berries. You can't really find them in stores, and they're very sour, so you wouldn't really want to eat them as a whole berry. But I take amla berry tea, and you just mix it in your water and throw a little lemon in it. I have specifically an amla berry green tea that I really love. So you get your green tea in there, and the lemon helps it be absorbed a little bit better. So it's really tasty. And it is actually super, super high in antioxidants. It's like 2 times more powerful in antioxidants than the acai. And we know that acai is very powerful. So it's an awesome thing to include every day. It's more powerful than turmeric, and turmeric is really great too. But they've been used in Ayurvedic medicine for hundreds of years. And it's, research shows it can reduce the number of chronic diseases, infectious diseases. This is just a really great thing to add in.
I have a question. I've used a amla powder before to add in smoothies. Is that just as healthy? Is that similar to the tea, or how does that work?
Yeah, so when you get it, you'll get it in a powder form, because that's how they market it, because you can't get the berries everywhere. So that's the best thing that you can do. next to the berries.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, because I remember the reason I got it was I read how high in vitamin C it was in cancer fighting. So that's what encouraged me or inspired me to try it.
Yeah, cool. So let's talk about number 3, turmeric. Like I just mentioned, it's anti-inflammatory. Of course, we want to lower inflammation because inflammation contributes to a lot of disease. It helps modulate pain in the body because of lowering the inflammation, which is a great point. And you can throw it on a lot of things as well, which is why I like it too. You can just toss it a little sprinkle on a salad or in some curry. I like to make a salad dressing that has some turmeric and Dijon and balsamic, a little bit of water. I love to make oil-free dressings, so I don't like to really include much oil in the diet, but it's really tasty and flavorful. So yeah, I'm sure you incorporate that as well.
Yeah, and I actually I've made, what is the golden milk? Is that what, yeah, golden milk. I've made that tea before. I mean, no, it's just called golden milk. Yeah, I've made that with turmeric, and I've definitely added it when I've been cooking, and I'm taking a supplement with turmeric in it now as well. I was going to ask you about oil since you said that you were not using oils. How do you feel about using oils?
Oils, everyone will have mixed, thoughts about oil. People love their oils. I personally don't think that they are needed, and it's extra calories, which obviously, if you're trying to lose weight, you might not want to include the oils because it's empty calories and you're not getting the nutrition in the oils. I like to include, just if you're going to have, an olive oil, just have some olives, instead. And you can do a lot of cooking. You can do all cooking without oils. So yeah, it might be a touchy subject for some people, but especially if you have heart disease or if you're at risk for that, it's not a good idea because it does contribute to the clogging of arteries and things, and it's better to just not have it. So if you want to have nuts instead, which is how I get a lot of my fats, that is a great substitute. Nuts, olives, and you can get the healthy fats and the nutrients and vitamins and minerals without the added empty calories, which is always, much, much better.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah. So let's talk about one more.
Okay.
Mushrooms. I love to include mushrooms every day. There are so many different types of mushrooms. Research shows that they also have cancer fighting abilities, and specifically, surprisingly, white button mushrooms, because you think those might be the simplest of all mushrooms, but just one thumb size of a white button mushroom will get you those cancer fighting properties a day. So it's really not a lot. And also, there's all the medicinal mushrooms, the reishi, the chaga, and people love their mushroom coffee, but not coffee drinks. Those are also awesome to have. They have incredible benefits for your immune system and your gut. They have immune modulating effects. So it's not doing anything it's not supposed to. It's actually helping to balance the immune system. It's not stimulating it, and it's also not suppressing it. So it's just balancing it and doing whatever needs to be done, which is what we want to happen. So I love to have it I have a mix of 10 different medicinal mushrooms as well, and it has a little chai, a little cinnamon, a little turmeric in it, and I have that with some nut milk heated at night, and it really calms me and helps me sleep too, which is an effect of the reishi mushroom as well. It's used for calming.
So that's in a powdered form that you're using at night, right, for that drink. So it's just as beneficial to have it in the powdered form as eating them, like when you're cooking them, do you feel like, or?
I think it's good, considering we can't get some of those medicinal mushrooms in the actual form very easily. So if you are looking to get them all in, or as many as you can. It's good to have them in a powder form. I still do cook, I batch cook my mushrooms as well. So I'll get, mushrooms like the white button and the portobello and the shiitake, some that are easier to find in stores. And I'll cook them a couple times a week. And so I'll just throw them on every day on a few things. So I'll be getting in those mushrooms as well. And then you get in the medicinal mushrooms in your special drink. So you're kind of getting all around goodness.
And I had no idea that white button mushrooms were so good for you. So that's great to know.
I know. It's a good little tip. And they're so easy to find. So
awesome. Well, I'm excited. Thank you. I'm happy and proud that I knew about all the foods that you mentioned. And now I have some more ways that I can incorporate them in my everyday life too. And I'll put in the notes, everybody, some to reiterate the recipe ideas that she had so we can all try them at home as well.
Yeah, I'm so glad. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thanks, Renee. And I'll also put a link for you to be able to contact Renee if you want to chat with her about other food type stuff too.
That's awesome. Thank you. I love that.
You're welcome.
Bye.
That was so much fun chatting with Renee. I can't wait to try some of her ideas along with that cashew cream sauce. The recipe will be included in the notes below along with her contact information. So thanks for hanging out with us and checking out some superfoods that you can incorporate in your everyday diet. Again, like this video if you learned something new or are really excited about trying some of her ideas, and subscribe. I will see you next time. Have a great day.